Welcome to the show, Allowed to Talk. Just want to let you know I'm still alive and kicking. I'm 67 years old. We're out here on the porch with the dogs. Uh-oh, the buzzers for their collars aren't working for the dogs to listen. Because the neighbor dogs go crazy. They're not out though, so. Well, my husband had sinus surgery. He can't live here in Prattville, Alabama because of the pollen. And we're trying to get a place back in Missouri, and I'm still alive and kicking. And oh, the dog doesn't have her collar on. I'll be right back. I'm back. That didn't take long. Got the collar, got the dog to do her business, and took him in for water and a biscuit or a dog treat or whatever you want to call it. So we're trying to get a home up in the Missouri area. Used to live in Webb City, so they had the JHAP, Joplin, which is in Missouri. They had that bad tornado 13 years ago. I know about the Joplin tornado because my daughter lived in Webb City, which is right a little northeast of Joplin, Missouri, and her son was only, I think, February, March, April, May, 4 months old when the whatever year that was, 13 years ago, 2011, Joplin, Missouri had that bad tornado. And yeah, I was concerned. We were still in Pennsylvania at the time. We moved to Webb City, Missouri in 2015. We were there until 2023. We moved here to Prattville, Alabama because we were going to camp. We bought that camper that still didn't sell because we need that for a down payment on a small house in Joplin or Webb City or Galena, Kansas right there, or Anderson, Missouri, or Goodman, Missouri, or Neosho, Missouri, somewhere in that neighborhood. Knoll, and then there's Lanigan, and there's Pineville, and Jane, all those lower priced. A lot of those are getting higher for real estate because of being close to northwest Arkansas, where Bentonville, Arkansas is where Walmart started. It's a great area, but it's getting really built up. As far as Bentonville goes, a lot of traffic, just like here in Alabama, Birmingham traffic, and Montgomery, which is the capital of Alabama, the traffic's really bad. So we're trying to get either the JHAP, Joplin Housing Assistance Program, where they would pay your down payment and closing costs. But that's been like overwhelmed. And we got an email like last week saying that they have gotten more applicants than money they have. So I'm not holding my breath for that. But right now I'm a little bit like, our camper's not selling for a down payment. And the JHAP program for Joplin, Missouri looks like it's not going to work. Well, at least so far we haven't heard back from them. And then the one realtor said I could try to go VA. So I did call them, but actually they called me, and then I called Pennsylvania in Annville. Fort Indiantown Gap has all the Pennsylvania Army National Guard records there at Department of Defense. I'm not sure what that building's called anymore. It's been a long time since I've been in the military of the Pennsylvania Army National Guard. I separated in 1997. I think it was January, but I'm not sure of the month. You know, that's a long time ago, 1997, 27 years ago. So, I do the archive thing for the whole military. I go into the archives thing. Is it archives? I can't remember. It's in on my Baker's Rack where my laptop is, where I went into, I'm not going to go get it because my husband's in there watching TV. Anyway, I went into there First, I have my DD 214, which is only from basic and AIT, the school I went to. And I tested out of the school because it was for secretary, clerk typist, and I could already type 60 words a minute. So from high school, so I passed that, and I separated out of, I tested out. So I only was in that class that was supposed to be 6 weeks, which I'm a fool for testing out. I should have stayed and got the active duty time. But when you're young and naive, you don't know, just like my granddaughter who wants to pay for college when she could go free where her mom and dad work. Well, that's another whole video, but like I say all the time. Anyway, you don't know when you're 17. When I joined the Guard, I was 18 or 19, but at 17, 18, 19, you don't realize what you should have done, but you can't go back in time and change it, so of course you can't. So I tested out and I came back. I was there only 6 or 7 weeks. And then the DD 214 is so bad, the original one. And then he said I should go to the archives and find it. The lender from the bank I'm trying to get a mortgage, my husband and I, to buy a small house up in the Joplin area. You can get a pretty decent house for about $85,000. And it'd be great if JHAP was paid the down payment, the 15% down, and the closing costs. But you know, I'm not holding my breath for that, but we wanted to stay at 65 at first. The guy helping us from the bank, the lender, said 65 would keep us around $700, $750 a month, which would be okay for us being on Social Security. So anyway, I go to the archives and I get a ringy-ding call. And this very nice gentleman from the archives says, "Catherine, is this you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it is me." And he goes, "We can't find anything." Nothing. Well, then he said, you know, you can get a loan. You don't need the DD 214. You need the NGB 22 and 23. NGB, National Guard Bureau 22, and National Guard Bureau 23. So I'm trying to get a hold. Now, today's July 3rd, so the week is going to be very skim of people being at work because of holiday, you know, Independence Day. Happy Independence Day. And July 4th, and trying to get a hold of the adjutant of the Pennsylvania Army National Guard to find out in records. I called records, and a girl named Tammy had a voicemail that she wasn't there, so leave a message. So I left a message with her that I'm looking for records to talk about to prove for my NGB 22 and 23 that I have 13 years in the Pennsylvania Army National Guard, and I worked 6 years in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, full-time for the Pennsylvania Army National Guard. I didn't go AGR. I just was a full-time employee as a federal employee for the Pennsylvania Army National Guard. I wore my uniform every day for work for 6 years, plus I have 1 year in the 28th Finance and 12 years with 2 breaks in service in the 28th Infantry Division Data Center. And yes, I am a veteran. Why can't I get proof of it? Why is it taking such... Ugh. I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated totally. And grouchy. So let's call some cadence to show you. I was a staff sergeant, an E6 when I ETS. Went in as an E1. Then I was an E2, a PFC, an E3. And a full-time job. And then went up to a staff sergeant, an E6. I should have stayed 20 years and went AGR, like the other people I know in my families that are drawing a pension now. But live and learn. I'm an old geezer now, so I got a pass. I went to town. I looked it up and all around. The cutest boy I ever saw was sipping cider from a straw. I walked right up. I sat right down. I ordered up another round. The wedding was a formal one. His father had a white shotgun. Count, Kate, the lady, Kate, count, Kate. 1, can hear you. 2, a little louder. 3, much better. 4, here we go now. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Your left, your left, your left, right, left. Your military left, your left or right. Now pick up the step. Your left, your right, your left. What is that one about? The window. Around her hair she wore a yellow ribbon. She wore it for her trainee who was far, far away. And if you ask her why the heck she wore it for that trainee who was far, far away. Something like that. A yellow bird with a yellow bill, with a yellow bill, sat upon my windowsill, my windowsill. I coaxed him in with a piece of bread. And then I kissed him on the head. We used to say, then I smashed his little head. There, a girl from our Delta 18-5 down in, was it South Carolina? Fort Jackson, South Carolina. She made up cadence. Hum, 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 Humpty Dumpty. Hum, 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 Humpty Dumpty. Hum, 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 Humpty Dumpty. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and hum, 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 Humpty Dumpty, something like that. That's back when I was 19 years old. That's a long time ago. 1977. 1977. I'm an old geezer. I'll soon be in heaven. I believe that too. There is eternity. And I got my newer glasses. They were scratched, and I think I like buffed it out. So, but for the cruise we're going on in 2 weeks to Cozumel, I am wearing my blue glasses too with the outfit I have for formal night. So anyway, frustration. My husband going through that sinus surgery. His head felt like the girl I watched one of her videos. Like she jumped off the high dive and smacked her face on the water, straight on the water. He was like having a severe headache for 30 days. It's been 33 days since his surgery, and he's just finally starting to feel better. If you need that sinus surgery, well, they don't cut, they go up through your nose. And he still has the allergy thing going on with the pollen here, and it's like, should I demonstrate? Okay, I will. Trying to get that out of his nose and stuff. Oh man, they pulled one out. The second visit to the doctor, when he was pulled, he had like a stent and it didn't disintegrate. It has to come out and dissolve. He has these like spray things to put in, and he pulled out one the size of a quarter, and it was gross. And the doctor said, "Do you want to take a picture of it?" And I said, "No, I don't want to take a picture of it." So anyway, that's what's going on. I just don't want to make it too long, this video. So, life is a thrill. And as long as you don't have to take any pills. I don't, but I do for my stomach sometimes. Back to Tagamet. You know, I think a lot of my stomach issues was stress. I stressed myself out. Stress is such a mess. It makes you crazy and sometimes lazy. A lot of your illnesses are from your stress and anxiety. Oh, how can it be? It is like that, you see. So take care, my friend. And this song, that's the end. So yeah, I've been frustrated, and like John Cougar Mellencamp sings, life. No, I got the sore. I do have a dry throat from being here in this heat. We're having like a hot, what is it called? It's extended hot weather going up the east side of the U.S. all the way from Florida up to Pennsylvania, New York. It's, we're having a heat wave, a tropical heat wave. We're having a heat wave, a tropical heat wave. And I'm so stressed out, I forgot what I was talking about as far as a song I was going to sing. Oh, gosh. Yeah, stress makes you a little bit weird. And then some, weirder than you usually are. So, forgive me, I don't know what song I was going to sing. Something about the weather or the heat. Anyway, it's dry and hot. Even though we're getting rain here too. It's just hot in June already. It was hot. Well, it's July 3rd now, so let's just try to keep singing, dancing, making music, and having fun as much as possible, no matter what. Oh yeah, life goes on long after the thrill of living is gone. Rock on. Oh yeah, life goes on long after the thrill of living is gone. Rock on, no matter what. And I also wanted to say this. I'm upset with YouTube because when I first, well, going back to 2000 and whenever YouTube started, they just let you monetize. And I had $1.11, and then I deleted all my videos then after that because I just was frustrated with people saying I shouldn't do it. But I can do what I want to do when I want to do it as long as it's legal. So then when I decided I'm going to try to monetize again, which is called Earn now, earning, E-A-R-N, earning, earn money. When I first started to try, 2.5 years ago now, maybe anyway, around 2 years ago, it was, you have to have 1,000 subscribers, or, let me emphasize that word, or 4,000 hours of views. So I said I could probably get 1,000 subscribers. That's difficult. It is difficult, but I can try to do that. And then it was when I signed up, but it does say they could use my videos and put advertisements or commercials or whatever, ads on, and that's what you're agreeing to. But it did say when I first was trying to earn or monetize that you need 1,000 subscribers or 4,000 hours of views. Not 4,000 views, 4,000 hours of views till you can earn. I'm no young teeny bopper, snippity whippity dippity who can sit on her bed and look real pretty and talk. So people will watch because I have this great bod like I used to have when I was 17 when I joined the Pennsylvania Army National Guard when they didn't have YouTube or anything like that. So that's how it was when I first clicked on that, yes, I'd like to earn. But now you must have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of views. So I'm a little ticked off at YouTube right now. In fact, I said more than once, YouTube sucks. Freedom of speech yet, you know? Although sometimes the projecting whatever they're doing wrong, they blame everyone, they blame others that you're doing the wrong. You're the one who's doing it, not me, when they're blatantly doing things. Anyway, I'm pissed off at, is that a bad word? Am I going to have to take this video down because I said the word pissed off? I don't know. The fact checkers are coming out to get you. So I will end this segment. I'm going to add it on to the other part I did, saying I hope you're having a wonderful day, that you keep singing, dancing, making music, and having fun as much as possible, but it's okay to not be okay.